And then we move, although we've been talking about hotels, we now move to the actual world of hotels in terms of the Marriott, our host here at the great hotel here, the Western Paradise. We want to hear from Sebastian Adams, who is Director Global Sales and Account Management of Germany, Austria, Switzerland for Marriott. He leads the whole sales organization in this region and manages strategic business relations with the most valued B2B customers, of which LCC, of course, is the most valued, and I'm sure he will tell us that as well. And he has been with Marriott, I think, for over 15 years now, starting at the Frankfurt Marriott Hotel and Event Management, and then a lot of on-property roles, and then going into the corporate headquarters. He has a true passion for the industry, and I'm sure that will shine through. So we're delighted to talk about how Marriott approaches next-gen travelers. Sebastian Adams, welcome to the stage.
Thank you. Yeah, good morning, everyone. You have heard it. My name is Sebastian Adams. I am the Director of Global and Account Sales with Marriott International, but it's important to also highlight, we have the partnership with LCC, and I'm not alone here at this conference. So with me, I have Carol Schilbach, our Global Key Account Director for LCC, who is looking after the partnership, and also we have our Senior Director of Global Sales, Zoltan Konchansky, with us. He's responsible for the markets of Central and Eastern Europe. You will be able to meet them later out in the foyer. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the two hot topics. Whereas we're talking today here at this conference about the Gen Z, and tomorrow we're talking a little bit about AI. I thought I spiced this up. I talked to you a little bit about how we are attracting the Gen Z traveler plus AI at Marriott. That one is important. All right, but before I'm telling you all of what Marriott Bonvoy is about, let me show you a little video to immerse yourself.
What did you bring back from your last trip? A dumpling you'll never forget. What nature truly feels like. A bit of local art. A soulmate for the week. Finding out you love a good poncho. And glamping. And that durian is everything they say it is. Everywhere you go with Marriott Bonvoy shapes you, making you the greatest souvenir of all. Explore our entire world of hotel brands and experiences.
All right, so I hope you've got a little bit of an inspiration what Marriott Bonvoy is about. I love our very Americanized short ad videos. So Marriott Bonvoy is a truly global program. We have about 248 million members worldwide. And today, 2 in every 3 rooms across the world is occupied by Bonvoy members. This is obviously demonstrating the program's reach and relevance for us as a company, and we offer loyalty benefits across 30 hotel brands and more than 10,000 destinations worldwide. Raise your hands, please, if there is any brands here that you didn't know that they were part of Marriott Bonvoy. So for you, easy to digest, because I think I have that always as the most pressing question. I take that Q&A session already up front away. We have segmented our 30 brands, plus 30 brands these days, into 4 categories. And we're starting with the luxury brands, very easy to digest, I guess, premium brands, select brands, and longer stays. Building on the idea that Marriott Bonvoy is evolving to meet the Gen Z's expectations for flexibility and immersive experiences, it's important to highlight that it's not only about hotels. One of our standout examples is our Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection, and a voyage with the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection offers unprecedented opportunity to be untethered. It's designed for the travelers who seek freedom and flexibility, allowing to immerse themselves in life's exceptional experiences, Earth's exquisite and unexpected hideaways, and steer passions and curiosity that leads to new and deeper connections. Continuing by the idea that Marriott Bonvoy is more than just hotels and cruises, our platform also includes our homes and villas by Marriott International. And this is offering even more flexibility and personalization. We have over 2,000 highly curated homes in more than 100 markets across the United States, Europe, Caribbean, and Latin America. We are offering with that travelers the comfort and privacy of a home with the trust service of the standards of a Marriott hotel. And yes, important to know, these are all fully integrated into the Bonvoy program. So our members can earn and redeem on those days the points just like they would at a usual hotel. But what is really exciting is how Homes and Villas is embracing AI to enhance the booking experiences. The platform now features a natural language search function, which is allowing our users to describe what they're actually looking for. So if you're looking for a family getaway, a beachfront villa with a pool for your family, then you can just put it into that natural language search, and you will receive tailored results based on that. So why is this really relevant? Because 60% of the Gen Z are leading today the way in AI adoption. And over 60% of these Gen Zs are actively also using the AI tools. We heard it earlier in the keynotes of Yael. And this is all driven by curiosity, convenience, and the desire for personalization of those travelers. By integrating those AI tools into the travel experiences, we at Marriott Bonvoy are meeting these expectations head-on. We're making travel planning more intuitive, responsive, and aligned with how Gen Z is working with technology today. Now let's take a closer look at who Gen Z is and why they matter. You heard it obviously before, but this is how we see it. The Gen Z includes individuals currently aged between 13 to 28, which are born between 1997 and 2012. So I'm just out of that. But with a global population of 2 billion, they represent actually one of the largest generational cohorts in history. But it's not just their size that is really significant. It's also their spending power. Today, Gen Z controls around $9.8 trillion in global spending power. And that figure is projected to grow to 12.8 trillion by 2030. This makes them obviously a critical audience for all segments, but especially for us in travel and hospitality. This generation is also the most digital-savvy generation. They're leading in AI adoption. They have a mobile-first behavior and a demand for personalized, ethical, and flexible experiences. But understanding Gen Z isn't just about the demographics. It's also about recognizing how their values, behaviors, and expectations are actively reshaping the marketplace. Continuing on that one, it's not only important about how they spend, but it's also about how they earn. Gen Z now makes over a quarter of the global workforce, and their collective income is expected to reach 33 trillion by 2030. So by 2035, they are projected to surpass millennials as the highest earning generation. Again, bad news for me. Maybe some others in the room as well. This shift marks a major turning point in the global economy. Gen Z isn't just influencing the marketplace as consumers, they're shaping it as employees, entrepreneurs, and decision makers. So to attract and retain the Gen Z travelers, hotel loyalty programs really need to focus on delivering immediate, quantifiable value, personalized and convenient flexible service options while aligning with ethical and sustainability values. Gen Z often values tangible and quantifiable benefits. They're also drawn to high-end luxury experiences. This generation values unique and personalized experiences over traditional rewards. They appreciate programs that offer exclusive experiences, such as curated local activities or personalized travel itineraries. Gen Z travelers prefer loyalty programs that offer convenient access to travel amenities and services such as free Wi-Fi, mobile check-in, mobile check-out options, or flexible booking policies. Many Gen Zers are influenced by a brand's commitment to sustainability and ethical practices. They are drawn to programs that align with their own values, such as friendly accommodation, eco-friendly accommodation or social responsibility travel options. Now let's look at how Marriott Bonvoy is delivering on what Gen Z cares about most. Marriott Bonvoy Moments lets our members use their points for exclusive experiences, such as sports events, concerts, or culinary events. It's all about turning loyalty into memorable and unforgettable moments. Bonvoy credit cards offer instant value through welcome bonuses, free nights, and elite perks. That's perfect for the Gen Z's desire for tangible rewards and elevated travel. Our Nectar partnership allows UK members to earn and redeem points on their everyday purchases, like groceries or fuel. This is making travel rewards more relevant and accessible to their daily life. Our Miles & More partnership connects hotel and flight rewards. This is offering the ability to earn Miles & More points on hotel stays for the first time. Supporting Gen Z's values around flexibility and sustainability. Together, these offerings show how Marriott Bonvoy is evolving into a lifestyle platform that meets the Gen Z where they are, but also where they are going. Now let's take a moment to see a video of our Miles & More preferred partnership and how this comes to life.
Miles & More and Marriott Bonvoy invite you to check in for a whole new travel experience. Earn Miles & More points as well as miles, or Marriott Bonvoy points with your qualifying stays and achieve a Miles & More status faster. Check in for more rewarding travel at milesandmore/check-in.
So you haven't already joined Marriott Bonvoy, then today is your chance. Pass by our booth and sign up, please. And then afterwards, link your Miles & More account to really unlock those exclusive benefits on the partnership. It's free, easy, and the perfect way to really elevate your travel experiences. So while I now spoke with you a little bit about Gen Z, I also told you I will talk a little bit about AI and how we at Marriott are using it. So when we're looking into the future, it's obviously important that we also reflect back a little bit on what was in the past. So over the last centuries and decades, there has been many great technologies that not everyone believed in from the start. I have to say I'm very glad that everyone on this chart has been proved wrong, because yes, we would still be here if those technologies wouldn't have been introduced. However, isn't it much more convenient for us to take out the laptop or the iPhone and to write an email? Today's modern technologies are much quicker to be adopted than ever before. I think it's super impressive how long it took electric power to be adapted versus how quickly social media has been adapted over the years. And while intelligence is obviously multidimensional, today's AI is able to interpret many of these different dimensions of intelligence. AI is catering almost actually to all of those. But how is this really relevant for us? Let me show you in a couple of seconds how we are using AI at Marriott today. At Marriott, we are led with a human-centric approach that is tech-enabled, because this keeps us grounded. At the end of the day, we're always selling human interaction to you when you are checking in at our hotels. And this is how we approach AI at Marriott. Obviously, we are always using those technologies with the greatest caution and security standards. Our mission is really to empower our associates, delight our guests, and drive business value for all through the thoughtful deployment of AI. Gen AI can extremely good create, find, analyze, and act on data. Obviously, you have to use the right prompts. And we want to enhance the customer journey all along the way with Gen AI. And we have use cases for all of these different steps along the way. For example, we're using Gen AI today to create learning series for our associates to be trained, or we level up our destination experiences and tailor the approach how we create already pre-communication before a traveler really arrives in the destination. So something I touched on earlier was the natural language search on homes and villas. And I think this tool is really cool, and you should definitely give it a try. However, AI can also help us, and when I say us, I mean you and me, to prepare for a meeting or recap it. I'm sure many of you are using it today. Personally, I like to use it at the end of the day to prepare me actually for my next day or to prepare me for a meeting, look up relevant communication for the meeting, and yeah, a little bit like my personal assistant. But with AI, you can obviously also analyze large data sets faster than ever before. And instead of just producing one large Excel sheet and we have a human searching for thousands of rows for the information that we are looking for, AI can really help us analyze that data and help us also to give recommendations on how to react. So if I'm searching for a specific customer trend, I will be able to search with the AI thousands of rows in seconds, and it will be able to help us to predict how the customer will book and also stay with us in the future. But you can also use Gen AI to automate certain processes, be it business processes or helping to write emails. This one is actually really useful for somebody like me who is not a native English speaker and has to present, like today, to large audiences to make sure I get the right tone to the audience. Woo.
RFPs, they still take weeks. If AI can fix that, sign me up.
So I think this is the one thing that I'm most excited about. We have created this video within 3 minutes. And I would love that an RFP could also be fixed like this in 3 minutes in the future. I think this would make a lot of us happy if we wouldn't have to go through many rounds of negotiations, especially for the business travel consultants here in the room. It's probably sometimes painful. So let me quickly wrap up and reflect on what truly sets us as Marriott apart in attracting the next-gen travelers and how we approach AI to shape the future of hospitality at Marriott. To sum up, Marriott is leading the way in attracting the Gen Z and millennial travelers by focusing on authenticity, personalized experiences, flexibility, and sustainability. Our diverse portfolio and innovative approach to our loyalty programs turn travel into memorable moments and not just hotel stays. We're investing in AI to empower our teams, to delight our guests, and drive business value, always with a human-centric approach. And the next generation obviously expects more. And we are at Marriott ready for that. We're ready to deliver to that by combining technology, choice, and genuine hospitality. Thank you for your attention, for your partnership, and have a fantastic rest of your conference.
Thank you, Sebastian. And I know we're not going to ask too many questions. Just one thing you mentioned, which I caught on to, that you always have Marriott Bonvoy, so you're very much into loyalty and loyalty programs, which, of course, we learned from the first speaker today. Gen Z are not loyal. Have you looked at how you can change that loyalty program to attract the Gen Zs and keep them?
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard fight, right? Everyone out there has these days their loyalty programs. Even if you buy a coffee, you would have a loyalty program. So we are always looking at how can we develop our programs, but also which partnerships might be relevant for us to really help us to attract those customers. And I think the Miles & More partnership that we have now is really one of those standout examples for us here in Germany. I'm very excited about that one, but that obviously does not only go with my German heart, because Miles & More is more than only flying on a German airline.
You've got 70 countries here. This is not just Germany, yeah. So, okay. And I assume the loyalty continues between, and that's why you're here, between Marriott and the travel agency community.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, what is the best if you as a travel agent and you speak to your customers, they're collecting points, and if you have the right arguments for them why to stay in a hotel, right? I think something that is oftentimes forgotten is that if you have a certain status with Marriott, you would have access to lounges. So you actually save money while traveling because you don't have to pay for breakfast. And the other really nice part about that is obviously you can also then take those points and you go to see a Formula One race or you go to a concert. And we have some very exclusive moments on our Marriott Bonvoy Moments platform, check it out, that are not sellable anywhere in the world. You can only purchase them through these points. So this is the other big benefit, I think, how we can attract those Gen Zs.
Very good. Big thank you to Sebastian Adams from Marriott.
Thank you.